There's no business like show business. Actually, I'm so excited because there's a man with a top hat on. Not only does he have a top hat, but he brought a couple of friends with him. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Anthony Labriola. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you so much for having us today, Donna.
Yeah, it's so nice to meet you. I want to find out, where is your puppet theater located? What town?
We're in Hicksville. We're actually about 2 blocks away from the Hicksville train station, so it's so easy to get there.
Now, I know how easy it is to get there because I have been there many, many years with many of my kids over the years, right? And I've actually seen you perform. So you started working there at what age?
I started working there at around 13. I saw my first show there when I was 7, fell in love with the place. I lived up the road, so as soon as I was old enough to get my working papers, I ran up there, asked for a job, and I worked there for about 11 years, intermittently throughout college, and now about 2 months ago, I just purchased the building from the previous owners.
And what are you keeping the same? Like, are you renovating anything? Or because it had some really eclectic kind of decor. So,
We are doing a lot of, the theme is sort of staying the same.
Okay.
Where it's that circus tent on the outside, but the minute you go inside, it's this whole wonderland, and everything is still going to be very eclectic. It's going to have a little bit more of my own touch, but having apprenticed under the previous owners, I'm doing a lot the same.
Wow. And how does your family feel about this for you?
Oh, they love it, and they have been the biggest help throughout all of this. I mean, my mother, my brother, they come in and help me out every chance that they get. My father and my other brother, they're always constantly there helping me with the renovations and all the heavy lifting.
It's a big deal to take on something like this, to become your own entrepreneur and to have a location and then try to do all the marketing. Now, you brought a couple of friends, and I know you said the focus isn't really on them, but they're beautifully crafted. What did you bring here today?
So this is my pal Kirby, and
Hello,
he's
Kirby.
actually the theater's mascot.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Thank you for having us.
It's very nice to see you too. Do you remember
Excellent hand puppet. So he's our theater's mascot. He's really great with the kids. It's usually a little bit easier for them to open up to a character like Kirby, something colorful and soft, as opposed to some of the human actors that we have on stage at the time.
Okay. And this is a puppet as opposed to a marionette. And the marionette is on strings, right?
Yes.
Okay. And how did you become proficient at being a marionette artist? How would you say, a marionettist? What's the word? Is there a word for that in puppet
I've just
life?
been using puppeteer for everything as this all-encompassing term.
Okay, a puppeteer is a puppeteer. That works. But it is difficult, right? It's a skill.
Definitely different from using a hand puppet. Hand puppet is easily controlled by motions of my hand, opening and closing the mouth. The marionettes, they're all controlled by strings, so I actually have my witch here as well.
Oh, can we see her too?
Absolutely.
Okay, bye Kirby, 1 second. Okay. Here, I'll hold him. May I hold him?
Sure.
Okay, come over here and hang out with me, Kirby. Okay.
So I've brought her along with me today.
Okay.
And
Hold on 1 second, because you have a string attached too with your mic, but it's totally fine where you
I'm
are.
secretly a puppet.
Okay.
Don't tell anyone.
He might be a puppet. I don't know. Okay, so you have this witch.
So she's a key player in a lot of the stories that we do at the theater. We do a lot of classic fairy tales. So having a witch there is almost like one of the key components. She's almost always the villain. Sometimes she plays the hero, but ultimately she's a storyteller herself. She's handcrafted from balsa wood, so she's all hand carved.
Do you make some of your own?
Everything that I use, I make myself.
You do?
So Kirby was handmade. The witch is all hand carved from balsa wood. I have a few that I've done out of paper mache as well.
Great. Thank you so much. Just have
Thank
a
you.
seat right there. It was very
Sure.
nice to meet you, Witch. So how can people, get tickets? How can people book parties? How can they reach out to you? So cute.
Thank you so much.
You're lonely without him, aren't you? I know.
Oh, that's okay.
Are you sure? It's okay? Okay, are you comfortable? Okay.
I think he likes you better.
Okay, he might. Ooh, kisses, kisses. Okay, go ahead.
So right now we take a lot of bookings over the phone. We've actually had people come in from outside of Long Island as well. I had a party last week that came in from Pennsylvania just to have a party there, so that was fantastic. But most of our bookings are done over the phone or right at the door. We have showtimes available for people to walk in, and if they just heard about it, or I've had people come in because they saw it from the train. We have showtimes available for them, and those are all throughout the week. We have showtimes available on the weekends as well, but those are mostly for our party bookings.
Okay.
But then everything kind of becomes free range over the summer. Once the kids are out of school, the show times increase. We do morning shows and afternoon shows. For the weekends, we have our parties, we have special events, we do costume character breakfasts, and now we're opening up to sort of teaching puppetry to anyone who's interested as well.
That's what I was going to ask you next. So somebody could learn how to do this as well.
Yes.
Well, I celebrate your success. You're a wonderful entrepreneur. The fact that you started with a vision and now you own the place. Kudos to you. That's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Kirby, right?
Yes.
Okay, this is Kirby, and you're watching Live It Up, and Kirby says, bye. Okay, thanks for watching.